This is Erysimum Bowles Mauve. It's a perennial wallflower and it flowers all year except the winter. So it's really good value. It's a short-lived perennial, so it may only live for a couple of years, but it's really worth it because you get so much bang for your buck. It needs sunshine and free draining soil. So don't plant it in heavy clay or a shady place. It likes sunshine. This is about to come into full flower. It's covered in buds, but you can see what the flower looks like. And soon, when the weather warms up a bit, it's going to be absolutely covered in flowers, and it just goes on and on flowering until the winter. So it's one of my favourite plants. This is Erysimum Bowles Mauve, the perennial wallflower that I just showed you, but this is a dead one. It's kicked it. I think it's been in here for about a year and a half. This is as big as it gets. Now this might have died because it was too cold and wet at its roots, because it doesn't like that. Or it may be that just has run out of steam because it's a short-lived perennial. I'm going to hoik it out, like so. Now I've got a nice opportunity for a plant. Sorry, Mr. Plant. I can plant something new in there. I'm actually going to put a geum in there, and I'll show you the plant in a minute. This is geum. I love geum. It's an evergreen perennial. It forms a big clump, and then it has orange flowers summer long, and I think into autumn. It's very long flowering. It's tall, so it has tall stems, can't remember how big, and then wonderful orange flowers. And I like to combine geum, orange geum, with purple salvias, Erysimum Bowles Mauve, lavender, purple and orange, fantastic. So I'm replacing the dead Erysimum Bowles Mauve with geum, and it'll give a little bit of height just here in the front. This is Erysimum Bowles Mauve again. There are two here. I planted them as edging plants, but actually they were the wrong plant for this position because they overhang the path, and my client needs to get his wheelie bins down the path. So I'm actually going to take them out. Also, they haven't done terribly well here. I'm wondering if this bed, whether the soil is a bit heavy, because they like free draining soil, and you can see they've slightly kicked it. And this one, I have actually cut off the dead bits and the manky bits, and it didn't like it. So I pruned it too hard. You can trim them to make them bushy and to remove the frost effective growth, but I think I pruned it too hard. So do a light trim, but actually they're coming out. I'm going to replace these two Erysimum Bowles Mauve with heuchera. Heuchera are great. They are foliage plants. They do produce a flower, but it's not very significant. You mainly grow it for its leaves. And I've got 3 purple heucheras here. I've actually got 3 different cultivars, and I'm going to plant them next to the steeper tenuissima and also in the border behind me. I think they'll go really well with the steeper. And this one is called Heuchera Wild Rose, and it's really purple, but it's got this lovely pink stem. And then I've got Heuchera Obsidian, which I think is fantastic. It's a very dark purple. The young leaves are very purple, again pink stem, and the leaves are almost sort of purpley black, but I think it's fantastic. Lastly, I've got another Heuchera, which is called Heuchera Silver Duke, and it's got a slightly silver variegation. I think it's really interesting. So you can get a lot of impact through foliage if you choose the right plants. Now these heucheras, all heucheras, they're best in sunshine. They really thrive in sunshine and a moist but well-drained soil. So this heuchera is going to go to the right of this steeper tenuissima, a little edging plant. And this one gets to, I think they get to about 30 centimetres This one is 25 by 35 height and spread, so it's not going to overlap the path much, if at all. And then this obsidian is 25 to 40 centimetres. That's kind of roughly what heucheras are. They're between 30 and 45 centimetres height and spread. So that's going to go there. And then this one is going to go over here to the left of this steeper tenuissima. Thank you for joining me. Please like me, please subscribe, and keep up to date with my latest content. I'll be posting on Sunday mornings and Wednesday mornings. So I'll see you next time. Goodbye.